Man, we're at the post up. Want to thank the MBPA and all you guys for coming out tonight. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, and then we're gonna get to the rest of our evening. So I want to introduce someone right now. Man, my brother, my OG. We've been knowing each other since high school, played together in college, played together in the NBA. One of the most creative minds I've ever met. So I want to welcome to the show right now my brother, Baron Davis. Give it up.
Yo, what up?
BD, how's Art Basel treating you so far?
Man, I'm tired of shit.
You've been on the move.
You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't gonna even lie. It's been cool though. A lot of connecting good people. I think the energy is just art, you know, music, culture, entertainment, everybody being here. You know, everybody in good spirits. So, you know, I'm having a good time.
Is this your first Art Basel or your...
This is really like my third Art Basel.
Okay.
But I usually come for like all the Web3 stuff. So I actually stayed, you know, to participate in all the other shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of Web3, that's something you're very serious about. Speak to Web3 and you think its importance and where it's about to go.
I would say, you know, for Web3, it's like, I'll say this, nothing in Web 2 there's no more innovation, I feel like, right? You have all these platforms, you have all these streaming apps, you have all these apps, and basically everything you open owns your data, right? Everything you open owns your IP, right? Every time you distribute something, right, that is not yours anymore. You know what I mean? And so when I think about Web3, I just think about ownership. Ownership of data, ownership of IP. And before that IP leaves out of your brain to your fingers, to a deck, to a graphic, to a song, a stem, it should be on the blockchain, because then you own it. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of times what we've heard about, just like Web3 as this idea, right? We haven't really drilled in. Is this the same world we live in? It's just more so data protection, you know what I mean, and IP protection. And for us as a culture, we've been giving away that shit for so long, man, you know what I mean? We've been taking bad loans for so long. Now, you know, we can actually create projects where our fans, our community, our family can all participate. So that's kind of like what I like about Web3 and the blockchain. And then when you start thinking about all the other forms of IP, characters, metaverse, marketplace, you can just find a home and a community. And if your data is shared, you know what I mean? Or if your data is actualized in that community, you're gonna receive benefits and rewards.
Speak to your new NFT release partnership with Mascots.
Shout out to Mascots in the near ecosystem. So Black Santa is a character I created. I mean, you've been with me the whole time. And for me, it was like my Mickey Mouse if I wanted to be Disney. And to basically like break, you know, this cultural stereotype that black men are what the media perceives. You know what I mean? And so why not create a jolly, friendly, gift-giving, on-time black person?
He said on time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And, you know, it's just like looking at the social tropes. And so for Black Santa, we released an NFT last year with Crypto.com. They were $10 just to get people to like experience like what buying an NFT was. This year we're partnered with Mascots. Mascots actually takes the NFT and creates the physical figurine. So I wanted to partner with Mascots because when I remember AP Mom had all them Black Santas, and so I was like, yo, I want to be able to like create some type of figurine and some type of toy where it reminds me of like AP Mom, not my grandma, but other grandmas and people like that would collect these little Black Santa dolls. And so that's the NFT is gonna get you a physical, you know, figurine. So we wanna create utilities, not just like a PFP, we wanna give you a utility. We wanna take that figurine and say, oh, you can make music with this and use this for other different things, whether we're making a movie, animated TV series, or a video game.
Speak to the importance of the idea of Black Santa. That's not something we learned or grew up with, but speak to the importance in the movement you started that's kind of really, I see Black Santa all over the place now.
Man, I think it's for me to really be just cautious about how do I create something and give it to the culture, you know what I mean? And I would say for the last 5 years, I've just been pushing, gifting people merch, talking about the story. But for me, it was like to go to these smaller cities and to connect with people who would connect with the brand. And so year 1 and 2, I wore the mascot outfit, Fox Hills Mall.
They kicked me out. That thing is big and hot too.
Hey, real shit. They kicked me out. You know, they kicked me out.
Little did they know it was an NBA All-Star underneath the Black Santa mascot that got kicked out of Fox Hills Mall.
I got the footage and everything. I got changed. They wouldn't let me change in the bathroom, so I changed in the parking lot. I was like, shit, I'll do it. Came down the stairs, went in chic shoes. The police came out. I was like, ooh, dipped to the parking lot. So I had to do stuff like that. And I think now, you know, just building a community, we've been reaching out to so many people to collaborate, to license the IP. My goal was to create or help, you know, mom and pop shops be created. I looked on the Forbes and there were 5 novelty shops on the Forbes 500. And I was like, yo, what if there's a Black novelty shop somewhere in Alabama or in Gary, Indiana? Can we license Black Santa for Christmas so they can go up? You know what I mean? And so building the community has really been about collaborating with people and allowing people to take their imagination of Black Santa and use it the way they want to.
Before we get you out of here, talk to us about your platform, You Wish, in the marketplace.
Yeah, so we're launching in 2 weeks. We thought about, you know, how do we create an ecosystem, right? So in our ecosystem, it's a platform that allows creators, publishers, storytellers to basically buy into an ecosystem in a channel, right? Matt wants to create children's books. Matt wants to create his characters. Matt buys an NFT. Matt becomes a publisher in his own ecosystem. And so with You Wish, we decided to create a fully vertical ecosystem where you can be a book publisher, you can be an animator, you can be a content producer, and we wanted to build, you know, basically our small little YouTube TV, right, for creators to be able to tell our stories or remix their stories into our culture.
Dope. The name of the podcast is The Post Up. What does Baron Davis do when he's posting up?
You already know, dog. I'm making music. I make music. I made a character, another NFT, Bart Oatmeal. So when I'm posting up, I'm making beats, writing, and you know
Free
what
your
do.
mind. Yeah, you already know. Well, man, we'll give it up for Baron Davis,
Thank
man.
you
We
all.
appreciate you.
It.
Everybody good right now? Good, everybody good? Well, let's welcome right now to the stage, up and coming, superstar, Kaash Paige. First time at Art Basel?
No, I came here, my first time was last year.
Okay. What has been different from last year to this year?
I only did one event last year. It was Yacht the Basel. And this year I feel like I've been going to a lot more
On the
events.
move.
Yeah.
Because you've been continuing to elevate.
Yeah, God been shining his light.
How's that been? What's that experience like? I mean, ever since you came in here, you've been grinning, so I know you're just embracing and loving the moment. Talk to us about your journey. How's that been?
Honestly, it's been really exciting because as an up-and-coming artist and, you know, it's dope when people start to recognize you everywhere you go. You be like, oh man, you listen to me? You know what I'm saying? I was really excited and it just fills up a joy, you know? That it just fulfills what I need right now, honestly. And just being out here is dope too. The energy is exciting.
Absolutely.
It's lit.
So hailing from Dallas, Texas, a rich hip hop tradition, who were some of your musical influences growing up?
Musical influences growing up for me, my mom always would play Slick Rick, and I used to play video games, so I was a huge fan of Nas and listening to Nirvana, Metallica, Erykah Badu, just a lot of people. I feel like it gravitated to whatever made sense at the time because I played Guitar Hero and everything.
Right. Explain your style of music.
I would say, of course, I love being in my feelings. You know, R&B is gonna put you there.
Come on, man. I'm the 90s R&B king.
And then I feel like rock, alternative, you know, I love that sound. I love guitars, and I love feeling eccentric and just, you know, feeling like I'm living.
Right. You were recently spotted at a Dallas Maverick game. Obviously, being a native of Texas, you got a lot of teams to choose from. Who's your favorite Texas team?
It would have to be the Dallas Mavericks, honestly.
The Mavericks.
Yeah.
They're tough, man. They're tough. If you had to pick an all-time starting five NBA, who would your all-time starting five be?
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk.
Kobe, of course. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Kobe.
Luka.
Yeah, Luka got to be on there.
And Stephen Curry.
Steph Curry. I'm not mad at that.
We're going to throw you in there, too.
Yeah, let me be the sixth man. Okay, yeah, let me be the sixth man. Make sure ain't no shit started with my teammates. I'll make sure I take care of them. Since releasing your project, Park Car Combos, in 2019, obviously you spoke from how last year changed to this year, but how has the whirlwind been since you started to where you're at right now?
Honestly, I feel like at that time I got signed, I was 18. You know, just experiencing different people, meeting different people, and learning how to, you know, navigate when you're in a room and read energy. Being 18, coming into it was pretty exciting. And then, of course, COVID hit at that time.
Yeah.
And I feel like I needed that. It was a true reset for me. I didn't understand what I was getting into. I was pretty young. And I'm 21 now, so I feel like...
You grown, huh? You grown now, huh?
You know, them clubs, I'm able to get in them clubs now, so...
You ain't got to stress about it. There you go.
So it's been a whole different vibe.
That's what's up. Your latest project, Soundtrack to My Life, featuring Black, Little TJ. How did those collabs come about, and how fun was it working with them?
It was very fun working with Black because he's extremely genuine. He always gives me great advice, and I feel like, you know, he was a part of my journey at the beginning of my career. He reached out to me via Twitter, and we've been locked in ever since. And with Lil TJ, he was the first artist to take me on tour last year. I opened up for him, and that was pretty fun. So, yeah, he sent me the verse back the next day. It was pretty cool.
That's dope to see them want you to do well. Tell me two people, a dream collaboration that you've yet to work with that you would love to work with.
I would love to work with Haley Williams, Paramore, if y'all know. Yeah. I love to work with Paramore, and I love to work with Drake.
Drake. Can't go wrong with neither of them. Well, final question. The show's called The Post Up. What does Kaash do when she's posting up?
What I'm doing right now, I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just in my vibe and encouraging people to shoot for the stars and aim for the moon. You know, you never know where you're going to be today, tomorrow, or next week, and just keep being you.
Well, absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time. Best of luck, and enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day.
Give it up for Kaash. Thank you. What's up, man? This is Matt Barnes here with The Post Up, and we have my guy, Matt McCormick. Artist, explain your style of art to our fans.
Yeah, I mean, I work in a bunch of different mediums. Definitely oil painting is probably like the most prominent, but you know, I talk about kind of what, you know, the American kind of experience, a lot of Americana references. Nostalgia is a big thing for me, and that's kind of where basketball entered the picture because, you know, I was like looking back at my childhood and kind of, you know, being a fan of, you know, the NBA, these players. And so when I would make these pieces, I would reference memories, and those were some of the bigger memories from my youth, you know, not just basketball, there's other sports and obviously other experience, but in the case of this project, you know, we wanted to really focus on that, and yeah, so.
Well, you're a Bay Area guy. We were talking a little bit off camera before, Warrior fan. So we were just briefly talking about kind of their history, Run TMC, the We Believe team I played on, all the way up to what Steph and Dre and Clay have been able to do. Talk to us about some of your early Warrior memories.
I mean, I have one really that stands out crazy in my mind is going to the game for one of the games for the first time. We were sitting way up in the stands, but seeing Manute Bol as a child, like I had never seen a human being
Larger
that
than life,
large
literally.
and really lanky, whatever. And it, like still to this day, I can never forget that image.
Really?
That's the one that jumps out the most to me. But it was like this thing. It was like, it was a struggle being a Warriors fan when I was young, but it was still like that was your team. It's
Still
like
right.
it's like we may not be winning, but we gotta still
Loyal. That's the
exactly.
one thing. Me getting a chance to play out there, as we were speaking about, there wasn't a ton of winning, but the fan base was so loyal. That's why I feel like the explosion with that We Believe run, where people on the outside looking in, like you guys won one playoff series, and as players, we kind of look at it as that, but the city and the Bay Area as a whole, it was almost a championship for them before, obviously this dynasty came about. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that was a period where I was back in San Francisco. I had moved out of the city for a little bit, and then I came back, and it was like starting. Like the momentum was going, and while that was happening, it was what we were talking about. It felt like we were winning the championship when it was just a playoff. But like it was that exciting, and I don't. It's like almost like unexplainable in the fact that like. Most people are like, it's not that big of a deal.
You had to be there. That's what I try to tell people. Like, you had to be there. You had to feel the energy of the city. I got a chance to go back and obviously win a championship with that 2017 team. But from the players to the media to the fans, it's like, we believe, like, we love what you guys did. I'm like, we're in the midst of a dynasty run with this Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Iguodala. But they wanted to talk about that run. So, like I said, I think being in the moment was special. Talk to us about this fadeaway lounge. I mean, you did everything. I was told like this beam wasn't even here a couple days ago. So speak to us about your creative vision and what you turned this into.
Yeah, so for me, this is kind of something I've been working on for a while. I actually built a bar similar to this in New York that's an actual functioning bar, but the way I approach it as an artist is like, for me, it's just like an installation. And so, it's like a mix of set design and art, but, I find a lot of beauty in like the kind of rundown elements of a space like this because it's built of love and care, and like the stuff on the walls becomes almost like a collage.
Yeah.
So it's family photos, it's found stuff, it's fan items, it's things that you acquire over time, and it kind of takes on a life of its own. And so I really wanted to highlight that. And what was great about this was it had a focus. So for me, it was like, okay, let's make like the best Miami, Florida dive bar. And so I really like went into a world that's not necessarily, I'm not from Florida, but I really wanted to speak to Florida. So there's little small references with like Gloria Estefan and Two Live Crew and Jimmy Buffett and these kinds of things that, if you're from here,
you get it.
You'll get it. And it was really important for me to like have some reference to that. Also, obviously the magic and heat elements. I mean, as a child, I grew up watching, Penny Hardaway and Shaq, and the Magic jersey to me as a kid looked so cool.
Dopest.
I never got one,
The dopest.
but like this was like a chance to kind of touch on that little part of my childhood.
All right, so speak to me. Obviously, this is more basketball focused, but speak to me to some of the players that inspire your art. Obviously, I heard Allen Iverson, Dennis Rodman. I see Kevin Garnett right there. Why are these guys inspirational to you?
So when I was a kid growing up, obviously 96 Bulls, we all can remember that time. But when Iverson came into the picture, he was kind of, he was like the bad boy version of Kobe. And as a like very tattooed person as you are yourself, like that was always kind of what I was attracted to, is kind of like the underdog, bad boy, tattooed. I grew up being really into punk music and that kind of thing. So this was like the two of them, I mean, Iverson and Rodman, they were those guys. I mean, especially Rodman. I mean, that was, I don't think there will ever be another player that even comes close to like.
Do you have a favorite Rodman moment, on or off the court? Because he's got plenty
I mean, when he like wore the wedding dress and like kind of married himself or whatever happened there, like that, because at that time, that was so crazy.
He's this time. He was so far. I feel like both these guys you're speaking of right now were so far ahead of their time with Allen Iverson's effect on culture, from tattoos to swag to fashion and then to Dennis to viral moments when there weren't really viral moments
100%,
yet.
yeah.
So
I mean, I think you hit the the nail on the head. It was like this kind of thing where it was just so different, and we hadn't seen that. And then now watching, the history and kind of hearing the stories from behind the scenes, about how wild Rodman's approach to even like practice and showing up and all that.
Did you get a chance to see, not to cut you off, Mike's documentary?
That's
so he would bounce to. So I guess there's supposed to be a film coming out of Rodman's night in Vegas when Mike was talking about how he left during the fucking fight or during the playoffs and came back. So I got a chance. It's real. So my journey in the NBA didn't start off roses like everyone thinks. So I had to go through, the gauntlet. So I was playing on the ABA team, and Dennis Rodman was trying to make a comeback. He had a motorcycle accident, and he happened to come to our team. And I was only there for 2 weeks, and then I got called up to the Clippers, and I, played my 15-year career. But I got a chance to kind of be around him for 2.5 weeks, and his energy was just different. You know what I mean? It was just, he came in with his people, and he would always bring his little English bulldog to games and to practice. Like, he just marched to his own beat, and I respect that. Because like I said, it's, normally the NBA or something, such a big business is so uniform.
Yeah.
That these two guys didn't give a fuck what the standard was. They were going to be themselves, and I always respected that.
Yeah, I mean, watching that doc, you could tell that Michael Jordan, who seems very opinionated, and he's, the way he is, had this level of respect for him it was kind of really endearing to see that, because he let him get away with stuff that no one else could possibly get away with.
The second he came back on the court, he did what he was supposed to do.
You know what I mean?
That's rare, right?
Yeah.
Matt, we appreciate you, man.
Great job.
Well, that's a wrap. This is Matt Barnes with the Post Up. Our guy Matt McCormick. Make sure you guys check this out. We'll see you guys next time. Xana Kalis is doing a custom painting right now on some sneakers, which will be signed and auctioned off. Proceeds will go to PS 305, which is a school that established and maximized the agency, identity, and potential of their students. Your artwork is heavily influenced by street art. You growing up in major cities. What made you start becoming interested in that? And how much time since then have you been doing these amazing pieces of work?
So it's sort of interesting. I've been drawing ever since I was really small. But my parents didn't want me to go into this. So I actually went into business, and I tried to make money and work in finance, and it just wasn't
you.
It wasn't me. So
right.
I burned out just a few years ago, and I said, I saved up my money, I gotta take a shot, life is too short. So I actually started in 2018, my studio.
Wow,
and
okay, so not that long.
Progressed really quickly. I've been so fortunate and blessed, and it's really cool to be here.
That must mean you're pretty good.
Well, I mean, you can see for yourself.
I see, that's what I'm saying. I wanted you to say, yeah, you're right, I am pretty good. All right, we'll check back in with you with a little bit. Right now, we want to welcome these two ladies from the hit show Rap Shit.
Period.
KaMillion, how are you?
I am good.
Good?
I'm good. I've been watching your show too.
Oh man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ida, yourself, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Hi guys. Hello everyone.
This your guys' first Art Basel?
Yes.
How's
I've been
it
wanting to go to it every time. I always miss the shit.
Talk to me. Are you guys seeing the sun come up and all that? This is too much for me.
I haven't seen the sun once since I've been here.
Have I
That's
seen
the
the
problem.
sun?
She said, I ain't seen the sun.
I don't know. I forgot.
Y'all can hear me?
Is her mic on?
More?
Can you turn her mic up a little bit?
Check.
Hey, turn me up.
Can I get a little more? Can I get a little more than that?
Turn me up.
Me. Okay. Yeah.
KaMillion, I'm gonna start with you. Born and raised in Jacksonville, 2001 Miss Jacksonville. Talk.
No! 2001 Miss Jacksonville.
I know you did not.
Hey, talk to us about the glory days. No, I'm playing. What was your upbringing like?
My upbringing was dope. I had my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my mama. Hardworking women, yeah, and I enjoyed my life.
As you should.
Yeah, and I enjoy my life now. I think my upbringing has set me up for this to appreciate, what I got going on. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. When did music come into your life?
I feel like came out singing like when they pulled me out. My mama,
Coochie, say.
Yeah. When they pulled me out, my mama, Coochie.
Be yourself.
Coochie.
From the time you came out.
From the time I came out, yeah.
Got them lungs. Ida, grew up in Lincoln, Nebraska. I know it's cold out there. Tell us a little bit about those Midwest winters and what it was like growing up.
Oh, it was really cold. It was really cold.
Ain't nothing more to it?
Nebraska's crazy. I'm from Nebraska. I'm from the Midwest. Anybody here from the Midwest?
Midwest, any Midwesters
Anyone? Come on,
in
where
here?
y'all from?
Okay.
Detroit, come on.
D,
Come on, she a full member of BMF right there. Who else from the Midwest?
Any other Midwest?
Where you at? Chicago, Windy City.
Where's
okay.
everybody? Any West Coasters?
Minneapolis.
Any West Coasters? Where's the West Coast at? The West
Nobody
Coast
cares about that city. No,
Got
I'm
a little
kidding.
bit of West Coast. Damn.
Damn.
I forgot we was
I'm
on the
from
East
Lincoln,
Coast.
Nebraska. What am I talking about? Exactly,
Right?
exactly.
Following in the footsteps of the great Issa Rae, what is it like to be able to juggle co-star and acting duties, also doing a little bit of writing as well?
Talk your shit.
It's scary as fuck.
Is it?
It's really hard. It's really hard. I don't think I actually could look Issa in the eyes until month 7 of working with her. She's just a beautiful, intimidating. Y'all know what Issa looked like. And then on top of that, she's so capable and she's so aware and she immerses herself in everything that we do. She be in the writer's room, she be on set. She is the most hands-on creator that I've ever worked with. And that's scary. It's just scary, you know?
Does it make you up your game or?
It made me learn how to maneuver. It made me learn how to be.
Right.
I'm very lucky that I get to be around the top bitch in the Beyonce of TV.
Right.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
While I'm over here trying to figure out how to be the Rihanna of TV. You know what I mean?
Period.
So it's just, I'm really fortunate. I get a lot of dope mirrors around me. I get dope women around me. KaMillion, Issa, Sarita Singleton, our showrunner too, so.
KaMillion, your character on Rap Shit is loosely based off Young Miami.
Is she though? Is it though? Is she?
We like to dispel myths here, so tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if we got the wrong information.
I don't think it's loosely based on Young Miami, but I think that, for a story to be told in Miami, first of all, and not bring on the city girls, that represent, young black girls of the struggle trying to make it, and they made it, But yeah, it was dope, depicting that character, and I related so much. It was actually a little easy because
That's already in you.
That's in me.
Already.
It's in me, not on me.
There you go. Talk to him. Ida, why you feel like Rap Shit is so important to the hip hop culture?
It's the only show that's actually about hip hop culture for real. Let me not disrespect so many other television shows right now. but
be honest.
No.
It's so cool. Yeah, we raw. Nobody's filming.
Yeah, nobody's fucking with us.
Think about Atlanta. Great show. Love the show. Think about Dave. Fine. It's a show. Rap Shit is the only show on television that can tell the story of 2 black women in rap. We have specific stories.
Yeah, period.
You know what I mean? And we have storylines about sex work. We have storylines about abuse. We have storylines. And then meanwhile, we still in Miami having fun, looking good.
Yes.
Which is what being a woman is. There's so many multitudes to what we got to deal with every single day. So yeah, we telling stories that nobody can tell, and I feel fortunate that we can do that. So.
You want to add
hip hop, real hip hop.
Yeah, we got the best show on TV. We're coming back for season 2.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all for supporting the show. But yeah, just to piggyback off of what she said, it's a lot of. Me as a female rapper. I definitely can identify with all the stereotypes and things that you have to do to get people to pay attention to your shit. You know what I'm saying? With social media. So yeah.
So obviously, situations like Rap Shit are going to open up a lot of other doors and opportunities. You guys want to speak to some of the other stuff or anything else you guys are working on currently or you have coming up?
Oh, opportunities for us? What is bitch popping? Let her speak. Go ahead.
I'm actually working on 2 other films. I'm actually starring in one of the film.
Hello.
Okay.
And helping write and develop
you help
2
write
movies.
Too?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Of course, I just dropped a single called Spend It. Y'all go ahead and stream that everywhere. It's called Spend It. Tell the niggas to spend it. And just, man, the world is my oyster right now, and I got a better picking of men out here, as a girl being single,
Look out.
Hopefully I won't be single for long, Shout out to God. But yeah.
And you?
What am I doing? I started off in animated TV. I love shows where I don't have to be on screen.
Oh, so you're behind. That's interesting.
Yeah. But I love rap shit, and rap shit has like forced me, especially like growing up Muslim and growing up really conservative in Nebraska. Like rap shit has made me step into my body and step into my skin and like even be able to talk to y'all right now, because this person last year is not doing this at all. So I'm very blessed. But through rap shit, okay, somebody want to clap.
They can go ahead and give it up. Don't be shy.
But yeah, through rap shit, I learned what I really want to do, which is continue to produce and write shows. I wrote on Big Mouth, a show on Netflix. That was like my first job, and I fell in love with comedy writing. I fell in love with creating stories.
So you got a magical pen, huh?
I go, sure, yeah. So, want to make animated TV. I just got a deal at Hulu, so hopefully we bringing y'all something cool very soon. But keep that on the little raps, on the low.
Yeah.
We hope the best for both of you. So before we let you guys get out of here, the show is called Post Up. What are y'all doing when you guys are posting up?
You first.
When I'm posting this is gonna be the corniest, most college black girl answer in the world. Writing poetry. I like to read poetry. I like to force others to listen to me read my poetry. And write music and play instruments.
Dope.
Yeah.
And you?
When I post up, I ride my horses.
Hello.
But like I'm a city country girl,
Okay.
you know. I like to go to the studio in my spare time. I like long walks in the mall, in the Gucci store.
Long walks in the mall. I ain't heard that one. That was a good one.
You know, I don't look like it, but I like to eat, you know. But yeah, I'm a family girl. Like I love my family, so I'm a Cancer, so
Same,
I'm pretty
me
much
too. I'm a
like
Cancer
a
too. Let
homebody.
me know.
I like to just do regular girl shit, you know.
Love it.
But irregular, but regular, like fake, like I'm regular, but I'm not. And
Well, I
like,
appreciate you guys' time. Best of luck to everything
you so
you have going
much.
on. Congratulations
Thank
on season 2.
Thank you for having us.
Give it up for the ladies from Rap
Thank you guys.
Shit.
I love you guys so much.
But we hope you enjoyed our show tonight. Shout out to the BBC flagship store for having us, the MBPA, all of our guests, and you guys for showing up tonight, man. Hope you guys have a great night and be safe. Where are the shots at?